fly a million miles away somewhere, just me and you. Can we go MIA somewhere far from this bush? Let's fly a million miles away somewhere, just me and you. I don't care where we go, as long as so far, so far, so far from here. It's about time I took.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Jamal here with another episode of Get It Together with Big Maul. I hope you guys had a fantastic week and a fantastic weekend full of positive energy, blessings, abundance, growth, and just, hard work, man, and accomplishing things and goals that you knocked out, that you want to knock out for the week. And that you relaxed this weekend. But man. Remember how I told you guys that I had the 5K run coming up? That 5K run was even better than last year's 5K one, which was my first one. Man, it was like, I'm sorry, I just dove right into it, man. But it was like, it was a lot more people to me, it seems like. And you know how when you do something for the second or third or fourth time, it's not as, I guess, you don't get those butterflies and those jitters anymore because you kind of know what to expect. You've done it before, you've been here before, you've experienced this event or this thing that you're doing. So, it doesn't hit the same as that very first time. Well, man, I don't know what it was, but in a way, it felt like it was my first time again. Now, don't get me wrong, man. It was amazing, but it did feel like the first time. I started off by myself. No one signed up with me to run. So I had people that told me they were going to do it, but for whatever reason, they didn't or they couldn't. And I was like, I'm going to take this opportunity to enjoy my own company, enjoy my own peace in a very, very, very different circumstance, because I'm used to being by myself, maybe, at home, in the car and at the gym, just vibing to my music or whatever the case is. But this was different, being in a crowd with a crowd of people, and majority of them, well, pretty much everyone you don't really know. You may see some faces, some people that you may work with and you associate with, but it's not like people that you associate with on a daily basis that you talk and text and hang out with outside of work. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I did see some coworkers and what have you. So I was prepping, I had my headphones in, I was stretching, I was just getting right mentally as I stood on the bridge with all of these incredible people. And like, I ended up seeing one of my good friends from college, Sydney. And we don't run into each other often. And when we do run into each other, it's always at an event for our kids, and we always see each other. It's always love. We chop it up, we laugh, and that's what it is. So when I saw him, we got a chance to like really catch up, and we were talking, and he didn't know I had a podcast, and it was good convos, man, and good vibes, as it always is with him. And then, we got ready to run, and, he saw one of his good friends. So, he went off and he was talking to that individual. So, there I was again by myself, just me and my thoughts, and me and the music, and me and just me and God. And before I knew it, it was time to run. So we're off, we're running. Of course you got people jogging, people walking, but we're running. And I ran the bridge all the way through the first time. Like, I didn't stop. Last year I stopped maybe 3 times on the way over the first time. This time I did not stop. I went all the way through, got to the end. They were giving us cups of water. So I took a cup of water, I drank it, and on the way back up, before I even got to the top, I stopped because, my legs were hurting, and I was like, you know what? Why be so hard on yourself? Be proud of yourself that you made it this far. Be proud of yourself that you're already doing better than what you did last year. So, walk for a little minute, catch your breath, get yourself together, and then finish strong. There was a guy by the name of Mr. Billy who was not even from the area. He's from he said he was from South Carolina. He was just in town. He was visiting for like two months. He said, Mr. Bill is 79 years old. He pat me on the back and he said, come on, young man. You got it. Keep going. Don't stop now. That motivated me. So I said, you know what? You're right. And I started running again. But we began to talk as we ran that whole entire way to the finish line. So we talked on the way up to the top of the bridge, and we talked all the way down. And it was really about life. You know, he told me his age. He told me about his kids, how he's been running for like most of his life. And he still loves it. He still thrives in it. It still makes him feel alive. And man, it was just, you know, I feel like it was a blessing, you know, because he even motivated me. For him to be 79 years old, still in good shape, still there mentally, and coherent to even want to do something as like a bridge run, you know, not a walk, but a run. To be motivated, to have that confidence in yourself at an older age, you know, it was amazing. It was inspiring. Like I said, motivating. And you know, so we just talked. We continued to run, and we even took a picture together. The photographer got us in the picture, and we got our medals. And man, we shook hands, and I told him thank you. You know, I told him thank you for the encouragement. You know, just being that source, that individual, that I feel like God placed there in that moment for me to keep going, because if it wasn't for him, I would have walked. And it forced me to dig deep. You know, I just appreciate. I'm very much appreciated. And we finished and we shook hands. And Mr. Bill, thank you. I'm pretty sure. Well, I won't say that, because you never know. But some way, somehow, Mr. Bill, if you end up somehow finding my podcast and you listen to this episode, I want to say thank you. And you're amazing. Okay. But man, I feel like it's important to not be afraid to be by yourself when you go out into the world. I used to always be like, man, I need to have, or man, I really wish, you know, such and such could be here with me. I don't want to go alone. I need someone to be with me and to accompany me. You know, now if you're traveling a far distance, or you're going into neighborhoods that you've never been into, or whatever the case, yeah, of course you want one or two people with you, you know, just for safety and for direction, and, you know, but like events and challenges and different, you know, monumental moments in your life, you may have to do it alone, but you have to learn how to be okay with that. And you have to learn how to be comfortable being alone in those type of different environments. I couldn't wait because I knew early on I was going to be like, you know, going by myself. So I couldn't wait. I was so ready to just be by myself. And it forced me to connect with myself on a different level, as far as learning how to, you know, like I said, be comfortable being by myself in an environment that I would probably normally want somebody with me, and then just growing it as a person, you know, in doing that. It's an amazing feeling once you accomplish something by yourself that kind of forces you to get out of your comfort zone, you know. And that isn't about the running at all. It was just about just being by myself and not being around a lot of people that I'm familiar with, because when you're around people that you're familiar with, when you got your buddies with you and you're doing something, yeah, you're comfortable, you're confident, you know. But just seeing all of these different people, watching them just run for fitness, run for a cause, and we were all motivating each other, telling each other push, shaking each other's hands, keeping one another encouraged as we passed one another. All of those different things, they were amazing, man. And it's good to see people that want to be fit and want to be healthy. The determination on their faces is what really stuck out for me. And it was just an incredible experience. And we are going to miss out on moments like that if we are too afraid to go out into the world and be comfortable alone. Going places where we don't know people. Going places by ourselves with no one around to look to for comfort, for like a safe haven. It feels good to not have had that this past weekend. It feels good to not have worried, and I'm gonna tell you, man, I love myself. I mean, I love who I am. I love how I look, but I love who I am on the inside. My confidence is at an all-time high, and my drive, my determination is at an all-time high. And it's because I was kind of forced to be by myself. It's like God removed all of the things that had me distracted and had me comfortable. It's like He took all of those things away for me to just sit down and learn to love myself, every bit of me, to learn and to love and to grow within myself. And it took a while for me to get to this point. But I feel like through those circumstances that I mentioned, God removing these people and removing certain things out of my life, it made me take a different route as far as where I am in my life now. And it started last year. And at first I was like, kind of like, man, no one wants to hang out, or like I can't seem to do anything with anyone because it's not something I want to do. I don't want to go out and club. I want to do something exciting. I want to do something different. Well, those people that you want to do that type of exciting thing, such as running a marathon, running a bridge, working out, you may have friends that don't particularly want to do that. And, they say iron sharpens iron, but, you don't have to do all of the things that, that your friends like, and vice versa. So I would just sit and reflect on where my life was headed, my boundaries, my self-respect, the things that I just needed to let go of, and the things that I need to obtain. And within all of those realizations, within all of the prayer, I found my worth, I found my purpose, and I was able to get a drive that I haven't had. Eating better, drinking water, cooking better meals, wanting to read and see different things, going outside more, and really enjoying what it feels like to just be outside in the open air, breathing in, the trees and hearing the sounds of traffic and the birds chirping and the wind blowing and feeling that breeze on my skin, the sun shining on my face, the blue sky. There's just so much that I'm appreciative of now. And all of these things I have realized by myself. I haven't had conversations with people. I've had conversations with you all through my podcast, but in person, I haven't had these type of conversations with anybody. And I came to these realizations by myself. And so I was very eager to go and do that bridge run by myself because I wanted to see just how confident, just how comfortable and secure I would feel being me, being in my body, and being by myself. Would I still be able to focus? Will I still have that drive? Would I still be able to just lock in and do what it was that I came to do and do what it was that I love to do? Would I still be able to summon up all of those feelings by myself without having someone to look next to and feel safe? And I did it, and I feel so proud of myself. And looking back on the bridge afterwards, after I was done, as I was driving off, looking at the bridge, just examining how huge this bridge is, knowing that I ran this bridge over and back, and I didn't cheat. I did it for me. No one forced me to do it. I didn't lose a bet. It was just something that makes me feel alive, something that I wanted to do, something that I love doing, and I did it by myself with no family next to me, and no close friends, and I met an awesome person in the process. You never know what direction life will take you if you don't just jump out there, and you never know the blessings that you will encounter on your journey. If that blessing turns into someone that you have a lifelong friendship with, or if it was just in that moment, for however long that moment is. And it's just, I'm very grateful and thankful for the realizations that I have now, and I'm glad that I didn't force myself to go and be around people when God was telling me it's time for me to be alone. It's time for him to speak to me. And it was an amazing feeling, so I'm just happy. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed knowing that I'm blessed. And yeah, just step outside of your comfort zone, even if you have to do it alone. That first step is always the hardest. But once you get out there and you get active, and you get some motion going, and you feel incredible. You feel amazing, as you should. It's amazing to look back on the things that you made it through when it was just you and God. Now, it was great to have friends that are there for you, that support you, that are genuine, but they have their own lives too, and they can't always just be right there for you every single time that you need them, So, yeah, it's amazing to love yourself, to be confident in yourself, to feel safe with who you are, and not worry about what the stranger may be saying, or what the stranger may be doing. It doesn't matter, because you are one of one. God made you in his image. You are one of one. We all are made differently. We are all wired differently, but we are all still the same in some ways. So, it's up to you. If you want to go out there and you want to change your life, if you want to change the way of thinking, if you want to change your approach to life, if you want to change for the better, if you want to grow, you have to do it and be comfortable, even if you got to do it alone. And for me, that was the 5K run, But what a feeling that was. What a moment it was, man. I can keep talking about it. I can't wait until the pictures come out. And anytime I drive over that bridge, I'm just like, man, I ran this bridge. And I'm proud. You can be proud of yourself. You can pat yourself on the back. 5K run was definitely amazing. And then there should be one coming up in April, but it's not a bridge run. We will see. I will find out the details on that, and I will definitely do that too. I am. When I do find out all of the details, I'm going to do that one too. Even if I got to do it alone. Some of us are scared to do things alone because we think people are going to say anything. We don't want to look stupid, and we may lack the confidence. Man, you got to get out there. You just got to get out there. Thank me later. All right, guys. So I've talked your head off long enough. I'm about to get out here and go do what I do. But I hope you guys enjoy your week. I hope you guys, if you're a sports fan, if you watched, All-Star Weekend, there were some college games, basketball games, whatever. Hopefully if you were rooting for the Eagles, if you weren't, then I'm sorry. But have a safe week. Don't let the week be mundane. Okay? And don't forget, go out there and do amazing things. Go out there and challenge yourself, even if you have to do it alone. You'll love yourself even more by doing it alone. I promise you. And as always, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. You can follow me on all of my social media platforms at Jamal Butler. Hit that subscribe button, that follow button, that share button. And we will see you next weekend. I'm possibly thinking about doing 2 episodes because he is chill. He's dope. You have to check him out. But I'm trying to come up with a slogan for me. I don't know what I can come up with. I have no idea. I'll have to think about it. Maybe I'll say it's time to check in with Big Ma. It's time to check in with Big Ma. We here with another episode of Get It Together with Big Ma. It's time to check in. I don't know. But yeah, man. Y'all be blessed. I love y'all. Thank y'all. And catch y'all soon. Peace.